Hello, everyone. How y'all been out there? I hope y'all been better than me. But hey, I'm gonna go straight into this topic because I thought it was funny and I thought this was a good way to come out of my however long hiatus. Okay, so Mr. Jim Jones, and I just say that Mr. part of the joke, but he said that being a rapper is more dangerous than being a soldier. Okay, get your laughs out now. Because who would say something so ignorant, right? But you know me, I have to look at things from both sides, and in this situation, I can, but I'll get into that a little later. Now, there was an Instagram user named Mr. Amcor, known as Mez, right? And he had a little back and forth with Mr. Jim Jones. And I'm going to read his comments, right? So, this is in quotes, right? So, heard the comments you made about being a rapper is harder than fighting a war in Iraq. You're allowed to have your opinion without any facts nor truth to it, but as a vet and a hip hop fan, I found it extremely disrespectful and ignorant. He wrote, here's some facts. My unit, which fought in Iraq 2004, lost more Marines in 2 months than rappers in the past 3 years. Keep talking, but there is zero comparison. Now, Mr. Jim Jones, he had his own retort, which, I thought it was funny, but I'll read it anyway. Here are facts. Every I grew up with is either dead or in jail, so you want to compare death tolls? It won't add up. He wrote, you went to army and met you never knew or grew or grew up with. I grew up with all these all my life, so it hit different. Jones added, y'all was shooting at kids and innocent bystanders in the midst of shooting at the enemy. We was at war when we was born. Okay, so pretty much what I concluded from Jim Jones' comments, nothing he said really is specifically targeted at being a rapper. Like, nothing he said was really parallel to being a rapper. I think is more parallel to just being a minority or being a black person growing up. Because nothing, like, I don't, if you really want to pick apart this argument, which I tend to do sometimes, nothing he said really had anything to do with being a rapper. You know what I mean? This is not the type of thing you hear rappers talk about. This is the type of thing you hear everyday black people talk about. And I didn't want to read the rest of the article because it kind of went off on a tangent. But, okay. I think Jim Jones made these comments because of the recent deaths of rappers. Or just deaths of rappers in general. But I think maybe because of what happened with Pop Smoke, these comments aren't too far right, you know what I mean? Or too out of left field, if you get what I mean. But at the same time, come on. Come on. This is where I could see both sides. I understand what he means, right? Rappers do kind of face a tough life once they become a rapper and black, most of all, and they become a public figure. They constantly have to check around them and check their surroundings and stuff like that. Even though as a regular human being you should do the same, but as a rapper it comes at an even more hefty price, if you get what I mean. But at the same time, on the other side of this argument, come on, this is ridiculous. I agree with this soldier even more, like 10 times more than I agree with Jim Jones. I've never been in combat, I've never served in the military, but when we get death tolls and stuff like that every few months, thousands of people, whether the U.S. Army or whoever else we find, just soldiers in general, die every month or every week or whatever. If you want to compare, put it on a scale, right? Rappers' deaths, soldiers' deaths on one side, right? I'm sorry, but soldiers' deaths completely outweigh rappers' deaths. Now, it didn't go into Jim Jones never went into detail. This could open up a whole new separate, but like a branch part of this argument. Like maybe he meant only mainstream rappers, but what about other rappers that's not mainstream? But you see, I didn't want to get into that because that's a whole nother video, a whole nother kind of argument. So pretty much, Jim Jones, I see where you're coming from, but it's a little misguided. You know what I mean? You could come off as delusional to saying something like this. I understand he's a rapper too, so his statement will come off as biased anyway. But ain't no way. I'm sure if Jim Jones went overseas and saw what the soldiers had to go through, he wouldn't have made a statement like this. But hey, we're entitled to our opinions, right? Am I right? You agree? Okay. Leave your comments down below. I will read them and respond to them. I want to know what you think about this. So thank you, and more videos coming soon.